Okay, two things. One is this is tier fucking 7 at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's currently been 2.5 minutes, and we're still waiting for a game. Second of all, this is going to make zero sense to anyone who doesn't play Star Rail, but I'm going to lay down the argument and probably the law as well that Boot Hill is 1000% better than Firefly. And if you disagree, you are not only wrong, but you are also retarded. So, there you go. I'm probably going to get hate bombed by the Firefly simps, but it'll be all right. It'll be some nice salt. Uh, is this a full game? One. Yeah, that's a full game. I'm honestly surprised by that, given how long we were in the queue. Uh, tier 6 carriers, or top tier, which is a little unfortunate, but oh well. Let's see. We're playing tier 7 and we're top tier, so there's no radar. Uh, some battleships I don't really care about. Okay, this game's about to suck colossal ass. So I guess if you're watching this, then something of relative interest happened. Uh, Mods are a little bit broken right now. Consumables monitor, build viewer, and score timers are all broken right now. And patch day is in, I think, 2 days. So I'm not too stressed about trying to get an update because they're going to be updated in a couple of days anyway. So we're just gonna have to live with it. Shiratsuyu, Farragut, and Monogon for destroyers. There's a carrier to piss me off. There is no submarines though, and no radar, so not amazing, not great. Could be better. We have a Königsberg, a Koenig, and an Asturias, I think is how that's said. Maybe. Yes, no, question mark. Let's see, their Monogon is fucking right off. So we might be able to afford to be pretty aggressive here. Because uh, there is no radar that can spot me out of nowhere. As far as this Monogon absolutely spawned like over mirroring me because of the way he was going. If he spawned in the well, we spotted the Farragut for one thing, but if this guy spawned in the middle, if for him to be spotted going this way, he would basically have to choose to go around the cap to head towards this flank, and then change his mind midway, and then turn back around. But then again, we also spotted the Farragut, so, you know. Farragut also immediately smoked up as well. We're going to see if this Leander is pushing a little bit around, a little bit more around the island. Okay, we're gonna do something obscenely aggressive right here. Okay, Leander's actually being forced to move forward because of the carrier, which is fine by me. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to try and push up to this spot right here, hopefully without getting detected by this New Mexico. Something that's really easy to have happen is you get used to the concealment ranges at tier 8, where you have access to the concealment module. And then you kind of, what's the word? You get too used to being able to get sub 6 kilometers from your target. And then when you go to tier 7, you suddenly have a 6.4 kilometer detection. And this Chumphon is getting super close. We're actually going to see if we can blind shoot him here. Okay, Chump Fawn is low. There's a how do you pronounce that? Galicia? And a Farragut. Their fucking carrier is super aggressive right now. Okay. I'm just going to push up, and I'm going to try and push to this spot right here, so that when this smoke fades, I can spot out the Leander and the Chump Fawn and the new There's a fucking Leander in my mouth. Okay, that's suboptimal. Unless this Leander is just not going to pay attention to me. Okay, I'm not in a position to be able to defend that. That Leander should hopefully die to those torpedoes. Our Koenig and our Omaha are in perfect position to respond to the cruiser in the base, so we should be okay in that sense, as long as this Koenig doesn't eat torps from the Monogon. Yeah, and there goes the Leander. Not gonna be able to nail the Chump Fawn with torps, but it's okay because we can just gun this guy down. No. Is this New Mexico just going to ignore us? I see that carrier right there, and he is looking extremely juicy. Okay, that New Mexico is going to turn his guns for me. Is he going to blind shoot, though? He is, and that is an HE New Mexico as well. Okay, that carrier's having a thing that we call other problems. So we're gonna let him deal. Okay, our Koenig is actually having a thing that we call other problems right now. Never mind. Now we're probably gonna have to go deal with the carrier ourselves. Alright. Okay, we're not in the worst shape imaginable. We do have the Guide, the Farragut, and the Algerie, and an Omaha in prime position to defend our base, so we should be okay in that front. Mexico's guns are pointing somewhere else. Mexico's gonna turn away, so those torpedoes are gonna miss. This New Mexico is just going to sit here and ignore me. I am gonna slow down right here, because this New Mexico's gonna... Oh, okay, never mind. The New Mexico is just going to ignore me. Alright. I'm okay with that, but I am still going to maintain my low speed, so... there's a fucking Ranger. Okay, never mind. Okay, the Ranger just whiffed. Never mind again. There's the New Mexico guns. Slow down. And then speed up from where my last known position was, so if he tries to blind shoot me based off of that, like you just saw happen with the with that carrier there. And New Mexico actually managed to hit me because he aimed at my tracers, not the last known position marker. But we're okay. He actually switched to the armor piercing, which I'm honestly surprised by. I thought he was just going to shoot HE at everything as tier 6 battleship players do. Okay, we're gonna have to accelerate here because our smoke is fading. Okay, and yeah, that carrier's having a thing we call other problems. And there's possibly about to be a Monogon popping up in my mouth here. Their carrier's gonna die here. There's the Monogon. That's annoying. Mexico shot, so he's gonna stay spotted. I know I only fired the one turret there, but I'm just bad at the game and I only fired one turret. And I didn't want my guns to get too far out of sync just because it pisses me off. Because I don't like when my reload gets out of sync. Just because I'm OCD like that. Okay, that Mexico's gonna burn out. Now we just go kill the shit out of a couple of destroyers. Okay, yeah, their Monogon is just dead here. Yeah, now he's burning. He probably doesn't have a DCP, otherwise he would use it. And even if he did, he's about to get griefed by carriers, so rip to that guy. Look on the bright side, from at least from his perspective. If we're gonna try and be somewhat optimistic about this, at very least, he didn't die to the carrier. What the fuck was that? Just in case this Shiratsuyu wants to do something cute. Those fucking Japanese guns hurt. And then their last ship is just disconnected, so that's fun. Might as well farm a little bit more damage while we're at it. There's one fire on him. And we're actually going to see what this armor piercing will do. It's going to bounce is what it's going to do. If we really wanted to use it, we'd probably have to get a little bit closer. We're getting mostly overpens. And a few bounces. But we are, well, no, not really. We're getting actually a decent amount of well, yeah. I think it could be better. Yeah, and there we go, so. That was honestly closer than it looks, because up until the very end there, that really could have gone either way. That was mostly just down to whoever won the middle in there. We didn't really do... well, okay, never mind. We didn't really do that much. I don't think that's worth 1,600, but I guess apparently it is. So, 24 base XP, that checks out. How long was that? That was 14 minutes. And, like, probably at least a minute of that was just in the fucking queue screen. Honestly, okay, you know, we are gonna do a special. We're playing 2 games because that I'm not satisfied with that. I mean, sure, it looks flashy, but it's really not that much. But then again, that is part of just destroyer play in general. Is sometimes you're just gonna have games like that where you don't really do a whole lot. Because, I mean, this goes for any ship. Sometimes you're just going to have a bad game because matchmaking handed you a bad one. Like, sometimes you might get radar out the ass, or you might get a fucking Malta that's going to be determined to grief you in a bottom tier destroyer, like I had happened on stream on Friday. You know, sometimes just bullshit happens because this game is full of it. Uh, like I didn't expect. Shut the fuck up. I did not expect uh for that to be a 1600 game, because all I really did was farm a bottom tier battleship. Well, I guess it was a middle tier, but uh, back at the same time though, we are at mid tier at 6:11 in the afternoon, and it's already been a minute and a half queue time. So, dead game. Yes, no, maybe. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. You are just going to have some games that are like that where you don't really do a whole lot and then it ends up being more than you expected, or you might get games where you just get to do nothing because the enemy team, you might be in a Marceau and then you spawn on the side with has like a fucking Schlafen, Libertard, Colbert, and 3 destroyers on it. In times like that, you just kind of have to accept that you're probably not going to have a very high damage game, but you just have to kind of deal with it and find ways to make impact where you can. Like I was talking about in that game, the game was basically won in the middle, but I spawned on the flank, and I just had to deal with that. So that aside, though, I have not played this fucking map in a hot minute. I actually didn't even recognize this map background, and it's fucking standard battle again. Why is this mode still in the fucking game? Alright, whatever. No carrier this time. That's fun. Akatsuki, two Mahans, and an Icarus, and 2 submarines to piss me off. Again, no radar, so we can work with that. Let's see. I do outspot both of those Mahans. What's this guy's detection? He will outspot me, and then I tie the concealment of the Akatsuki. So, not the worst. I outspot half of their destroyers. Admittedly, not by a lot, but I still do have my burst smokes. So I'm not too stressed about the Mahan. Which, fun fact about the Mahan, by the way, if you're ever playing against one in a destroyer, do not get into a gunfight with them without some kind of advantage. Whether it's in health, you might have a friendly cruiser or a battleship or a carrier that can spot them for you while you smoke up, or you smoke up in their face and they're spotted by like your cruiser or battleship while they're getting shot at by said cruiser or battleship. Because fun fact for you, the Mahan actually has straight up more DPM at base value than a fucking Fletcher, which is 2 tiers higher. Albeit Mahan does not have the concealment or the slot 6 module that Fletcher has. Although most Fletchers will put torpedo reload in slot 6, but don't sleep on Mahan guns is what I'm getting at here. I say that as I'm pushing in like super fucking aggressively with like basically no support whatsoever. But I do have my smoke, so I'm not too stressed here. This Dallas going to get dev struck by the Warspite. That is an HE Warspite, so the answer is a big no to that. Okay, this is actually perfect because the Dallas is about to block his own line of fire from me with that island. And I have this handy dandy island right here that I can use to block line of fire from the West Virginia and the Scharnhorst. So this is basically just the freest kill of our lives. We have our hydro running because this man is 100,000% about to launch torpedoes at me. Yeah, look at him. He's not even shooting. Yeah, it took a little bit of a chunk at the end there, but it's fine. Now we can turn our attention towards these battleships. In particular, this West Virginia who's going to push right in. Armahan gets got by a New Orleans because he pushed in, so that's fun. Or that I'm not too stressed about that Dallas. What I really want to do is try and get this West Virginia out of the game. And we're gonna have to see if he's going to ram his head into the island or if he's going to turn in or turn out. Looks like he's going to just run into the island. This Normandy could also be a potential target. Okay, never mind that. West Virginia is going to turn out. I think I'm gonna turn my attention to this Normandy, because he's also pushing right in. Well, actually, never mind. He's going to turn out. My AA is off right now, so I'm not going to be, my tracers are not going to give me away. This New Orleans is actually looking like he's going to try and be cute. This Warspite going to shoot HE. Well, he's dead, so no, he's not. And there's submarine torpedoes. And they're gonna fucking curve. Hold on. That fucking sucked to look at, but I was talking shit. Had to be done. There's the Icarus. I'm gonna try and get this guy killed. That Icarus is super low. And there's a fucking Dallas that managed to slip by somewhere into the cap. Hello? And this fucking West Virginia's somehow still alive. You have a York, a Lahardy, and me coming over here to defend the base. So we should, well, I don't actually know if our York is going to live this. Well, he lived, but we don't know for how much longer. New Orleans is not pushing me, so we're gonna be okay. And that we do have to deal with this Dallas, though. Dallas is low, and it is just a light cruiser. We should be able to get some damage on his broadside at this kind of range. Or not, never mind. He blind shot me, okay. Or he tried to blind shoot me. Alright, we're probably gonna have to babysit our base at this point. Our Cracchiolo is going to push and pressure their base along with our Fubuki and our submarine. Whether or not our Sinop is going to live to see the day is another story, but we do have the advantage here that these guys are relatively separated, the Normandy and the New Orleans, so the New Orleans is not going to be able to spot my torpedoes for the Normandy unless the Normandy slows down and waits for him to catch up. As Synops ended up trading, which is about the best result we can possibly hope for. We still have a submarine that has been spotted in like 10 years. And their team's actually going to decide to turn and defend their own base instead of trying to pressure ours. So, which is a very interesting decision because they were, at very least, the Normandy was already poised to push, but yeah, I mean, I guess fair enough. The Cracchiolo, honestly, between the three of them, the Normandy, the Scharnhorst, and the New Orleans, has the potential to be a kill, honestly. I am going to try and focus the New Orleans right here, because I can torpedo those battleships. But that cruiser is going to be a bigger threat to me if they kill the Cracchiolo without trading. And there's their submarine over there, so I don't have to worry about blind-ass torpedoes into the smoke. This guy's slowing down? No, he's not. Okay, it looks like this New Orleans is actually going to get okay, never mind. Now, what's this Normandy gonna do? Is this Normandy going to walk at our base? It's looking like he might. Lock on. Normandy's going to turn all the way around. Those torpedoes aren't gonna hit, which is unfortunate. Are we okay. Yeah, our team is kind of throwing. The Hardy is also in danger. Or the Hardy needs to stop shooting as well. And our Fubuki is just going to sit and he's going to get run at. Wow. Lahardy had the sense to go dark. Okay. Okay, never mind. Our Lahardi managed to int into detection, and he's going to shoot. So, yeah. Fucking hell. Alright. We're gonna have to deal with this. I'm gonna trade a little bit of health to, deal with this Normandy. It's been really annoying to try and torp. This guy has done a decent job of kind of twisting and turning. Yeah, like that. I'm about to get fucking greedy here. I'm gonna have to angle away. Well, actually, we're gonna see if this guy's going to get greedy, and if he's going to try and turn to shoot at me. Oh, no. I don't know if our Fubuki has smoke or not. You're gonna have to try and play for the kill on this Normandy. He only has one of his gun, no, that is a... Okay, never mind. That has a 360 degree. Never mind, I'm bad at the game. And I don't know my my tier 6 battleships. Whoops. I don't know if this fucking Normandy is going to have a DCP available though.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he had the DCP, which is really irritating. Just gonna have to wait for his guns to be pointed elsewhere, where he doesn't have all of his guns pointed this direction. He only has his rear turret. And he gets the fucking dispersion of the gods. Okay, I can... I'll get this shot off. Okay, he doesn't... And he gets the fucking heal. God damn it. Okay. Fuck. Oh, that's suboptimal. Okay, so it's not the end of the world, because the Normandy is still low and we only need the one kill. But I don't have much health to take another hit because I'm a fucking dumbass. Alright. And our Lahardi and our Fubuki are trying and failing to kill this Scharnhorst. We still have 3 minutes to try and squeak a kill out of our ass. But this fucking Normandy is just going to run the hell away. Oh, fuck. That fucking Normandy didn't get the heal off, he would have died. And we wouldn't have to be chasing after him like this. Our Lahardy is going to fucking shoot at the Scharnhorst and he's gonna fucking die. Okay. Our Lahardy's literally just actively through. And this Normandy is still going to fucking run. But I don't have the gun range to shoot at him. Okay. Okay, we got him. We got him.
Battleship.
Smoke screen set.
Our Fubuki is spotted. Okay, the Cachalot is running away from the Fubuki. Oh, that fucking that Normandy, man. To that Normandy's credit, he did do the right thing. He did run away when he needed to, and he knew how to be a pain in the ass. So, but we have the points, and we have the win. And we're good. Okay, that, like, we had to try way too hard for that. God damn. That wasn't even an E, which is annoying, but oh well. And, you know, this is one of those games where I feel like 100K, when we also basically soloed this Akatsuki, should be worth at least a little bit more, but you know, whatever. Still 1800, we'll take it. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I'll see you on later, I guess. Maybe probably tomorrow. I'm gonna try, but you know, I'll see you.